You've become a global figure through your boxing, and obviously you're already involved in politics.
Yes.
What do you want to do with the platform you've created for yourself? What do you want to do with that?
I want them to establish that Manny Pacquiao is not only a boxer, is not only a champion boxer, but also a good public servant and helping people.
You grew up in poverty yourself. Do you believe that you can help other people lift themselves out of poverty through your life, through your work?
Yes, I believe that in my life right now, I inspired people, and of course, of what I have right now, I can help some, other people, not all of them, but I still, but as long as I can help a few of them.
Is hope a massive thing for people in their lives then?
It's hope.
Hope.
Yeah, I'm encourage them, giving that's until as long as your life is existing in this world, you have hope. The hope is you can find in your relationship to God.
Freddie Roach told me a couple of days ago that sometimes he worries that the Bible is getting in the way of your training.
No, it's the Bible is not the Bible is reading the Bible at night in the morning, so it will not affect of my daily activities. I mean, it's helped a lot. It's helped a lot of my daily activities and know what is good and evil.
He suggested that he wanted to show you in the Bible that you can take revenge, that there are battles, and that you could use that in your second fight with Timothy Bradley.
In the fight, what we can do is what we're, to do what we're doing in training. But who's gonna win? You don't know. I mean, only God can give that victory or wealth or anything, and achievements, fame to people.
You really deeply know and believe that it is God's will for you to fight, isn't it?
Yes, God. Without God, we can do nothing. God always ask people, what can you do without me? He said, I made the heaven and earth, so what can you do without me?
Is it a bit strange fighting a man for the second time where you beat him the first time, everybody believes you beat him the first time, and yet you've got to go and do it again?
Yes, I'm very confident to win convincingly for this fight, and to prove that I have a lot to prove for this coming fight on Saturday. First, to prove that my journey in boxing will continue, and second, to prove that I'm really the winner, and to prove that I still have that killer instinct and aggressiveness.
You told me once before, we did a big magazine interview a couple of years ago, and you said, every time I fight, I'm fighting for my people.
Exactly, yes, that's true. And that's what I'm trying to do. And the people of the Philippines and to all the fans of boxing.
When, Manny, will you know when to stop in your career? When will that time come? How will you know?
Well, I will know. I will know if if I feel something in my body, or I feel laziness,
or old,
or
or tired.
That's God will give me wisdom and knowledge for that.
Tell me honestly, would you like to fight Floyd Mayweather in your career before you finish your career?
Of course, that's what the people want to fight with him. But if the fight post draw or not, nothing will lose to me. If he don't want to fight boxing, then we'll fight in basketball. We'll fight in
One-on-one in
basketball.
basketball.
One-on-one in basketball. Okay, you know.
Talking about other one-on-ones, I want to ask you about this again. One of your dreams is also to have tea at Buckingham Palace with the Queen of England, yeah?
Yes. That's my dream.
Why the Queen?
Well, I like the Queen.
Is it her presence? Is it the way she
Even
is?
my daughter, I name her Queen Elizabeth.
Is it after our Queen of England?
Yeah, after all.
So I can't wait to see you go and see the Queen at Buckingham Palace. That's going to be a great day. What's the greatest lesson that you have learnt in your life? Because you're very humble, but you're also very wealthy.
The greatest lesson that I learned in my life is to humble.
To be humble.
To be humble, because God said, if you humbled, I will exalted you, and if you're exalted, you will be humbled.
You said that in the interview with Timothy Bradley with Max Kellerman.
Yes.
It was towards the end of the interview. Did Timothy Bradley make you... You never seem angry as a man. You even smile on your way to the ring. Did he make you angry in that interview, Timothy Bradley?
No.
When he said your hunger was gone, you no longer have the eye of the tiger?
No. I still love him as my brother in Christ Jesus.
Even though you'll punch him in the face on Saturday night, yeah?
Yes.
Very hard.
That's our job, and you know, after the fight, we're okay.
Do you ever think about that, though, that you are a very humble and a very gentle man? We know that about you, and yet there's this animal in you that goes to work for 12 3-minute rounds for entertainment. It's quite extraordinary. Do you ever stop and think how extraordinary it is?
Exactly. You have to change your we call this aura. You
Yes.
change your aura into a warrior, into a fight. You know, a fighter. Then after the fight, you have to turn yourself into a compassionate and loving person.
And finally, Manny, that aura you talk about, that warrior spirit you talk about, when you eventually hang up your gloves, will you carry that warrior spirit into politics? Do you want to be the president of the Philippines eventually?
We don't know what is tomorrow, so only God knows. No.
But do you think it might be God's will for you to do more than boxing when you finish?
I don't know, but my focus is, I think after my boxing career, I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus as a public servant, and whatever destiny that God gave it to me, then so be it.
You do have this great aura. There's this great humility about you, and you always seem incredibly happy whenever I've seen you. But serious as well. You are a serious man as well, I would say. You like to have fun, but you started with nothing. Okay, we all start with nothing in a way. But would it bother you if you ended your life with nothing?
No, it wouldn't bother me as long my relationship to God is there and intact and strong. Because in this world, we own nothing. We just we are just steward of these things. But when we die, we cannot bring nothing. So we just steward of all these things. So the most important thing is your relationship to God, our relationship to God. That's the most important thing. Because when we die, even you're the person who millionaire or wealthy person in the world, but still, when you die, you cannot bring nothing. You can bring nothing. So the most important thing is your relationship to God, because after our life here in this world, what life you choose? Eternal suffering or eternal enjoyment with the presence of our God.